Today, we're going to study the influence of process variables in kefir production. This study was made by Joel Franco, Antonella Moya, and Angel Villagras. Kefir. Kefir is a fermentive product traditionally made from milk. Through it can also be produced with sugar, water, or fruit juices. Its fermentation is carried out by a symbiosis of lactic acid bacteria, yeast, and the fermented matrix is known as the kefir grains. From a technical standpoint, kefir has a complex composition in its dairy form. It contains proteins, fats, carbohydrates, especially lactose, vitamins such as the B12 or the K2, minerals such as magnesium or calcium, and organic acids like the lactic acid, which give its characteristical taste. Kefir has a content of water, which is 89.4%, the lactose 3.6%, the protein is 4%, and the fat is 4%. The pH of the kefir is it's from 4.2% to 4.6. The SCOBY has Streptococcus, Lactobacillus, Lactococcus, Lactobacillus, and just like Saccharomyces. These are the two options for the conventional packaging for the kefir. The first one is the plastic bottles, the PET. It is the cheapest, it's lightweight and durable, and it's ideal for large volume kefir packaging. And the second one is the glass bottle, is the most eco-friendly option. It's not the cheapest, but it's the option that we chose. The normative for the kefir is the NTE INN 2395, which says that the kefir content must have a fat content of 2.5%, a protein of 2.7%, the ethylene alcohol of 0.5% without the presence of vegetal fat and adherents.
Here is a flow chart of the production of kefir, where a series of steps were followed from the reception of raw material from raw milk, standardization and homogenization, where its uniformity in its composition is guaranteed and avoid the separation of grain liquid. Rapid pasteurization, cooling for culture and incubation. Here it is worth emphasis the importance of the latter two, because another test was done changing the amount of culture between the 0.75 to 1 gram of culture and the incubation time between the 12 to 24 hours, analyzing the change that would occur between the pH and Brix degrees. Then go through filtering and packaging in a sterilized glass container to finally store them at refrigeration temperature to extend their shelf life and prevent the proliferation of microorganisms. Also, when a kefir is made, the microbiological criteria of packaging in the INN standard for fermented milk must be met and respected, where the maximum levels of E. coli, total coliforms, and yeast in column lowercase m and uppercase m are observed in the table. For the batch not to be rejected, it must not exceed this amount, in addition to the minimum standards in fermented milks of microorganisms or probiotic bacteria between 10 to 7 and 10 to 6 colony forming units.
Factual design was as follows: factors: amount of starter culture and fermentation time, levels of amount starter culture in grams 0.75 and 1, levels of fermentation time 12 at 24, response variables pH and Brix, type of factorial design 2 raised to 2. That's it. For combination were made with two types of kefir: the kefir with 1 grams of culture and with 24 hours of fermentation has a similar values to different authors. pH static analysis. Since the p-value of 0.088 is greater than the significance level of 0.05, this indicates that there is an 8.8% probability that the results are not significantly different from each other. Therefore, the null hypothesis is accepted, since the p-value is greater than the significance level, which means that there is insufficient evidence to reject it. The confidence interval for the difference between kefir 2 and kefir 1 includes zeros, the vertical dashed green line. This visually confirms that there is a no statistical significant difference between the pH of the two samples. Briggs static analysis. The analysis of variance yielded a p-value of 0.026 using a significance level of 0.05. It is observed that the p-value is below this level. This means that if the null hypothesis were true, the probability of obtaining results are explained as those observed will be only 2.6%. Therefore, the null hypothesis is rejected, since there is sufficient statistical evidence to conclude that there are significant differences between at least some of the group memes. It is recommended to constantly monitor the pH of the kefir so as not exceed the standards. In conclusion, it is important to highlight that the first sample of kefir present values more aligned with the reference of different authors, which suggest that the levels used in the factual design are the most optimal to obtain consistent and reliable results.